behalf of His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa today visited several families to mark the festival of Diwali. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Salman highlighted the Kingdom's values of unity, pluralism and coexistence in line with the far-reaching visions of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, and supported by His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Salman emphasised that His Royal Highness's support in fostering these noble values positions Bahrain as a model of cultural diversity, religious pluralism and mutual respect, which are cornerstones of its rich heritage and history. His Highness Mohammed bin Salman emphasised the Kingdom of Bahrain's commitment to fostering intercultural communication, respect for all religions and inclusion of all segments of society within a safe and compassionate environment. His Highness elaborated on the Kingdom of Bahrain's strong cultural foundation of tolerance and peace, emphasising Bahrain's role as a peaceful home and a hub for diverse cultures and religions. His Highness conveyed the greetings of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister to the Muljamal, Kavalani, Thakir, Kawalram, Asapota and Batia families. His Highness also extended his best wishes to the families, commending their contributions to serving the community and strengthening cohesion and unity within Bahrain society. For their part, the families expressed their gratitude for His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister's commitment to engaging all segments of Bahrain's vibrant community. The families also expressed their gratitude for His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Salman's visit, which testifies to the Kingdom's strong-rooted values of coexistence and tolerance. They concluded by wishing the Kingdom of Bahrain further progress and development. Several senior officials were also in attendance. The Speaker of the Council of Representatives, Ahmed bin Salman Al Musallam, praised the approval of the Cabinet, headed by His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, of the Tree-Week initiative, which takes place in the third week of October every year. This came when the Speaker of the Council of the Representatives planted a tree in the Council as a parliamentary participation in the Tree Week and the National Afforestation Plan. Al-Musallam underscored the parliamentary support for developing the legislative system that contributes to enhancing environmental awareness in Bahraini society, in implementation of the royal directives of His Majesty the King, and enhancing the culture of environmentally friendly practices by planting trees and spreading green spaces in line with the afforestation plan for the Kingdom of Bahrain. The Minister of Oil and Environment and Special Envoy for Climate Affairs, Dr. Mohammed bin Mubarak bin Daina, planted a number of trees in Dohat Arad Park and Reserve in the presence of a number of officials and employees of the Ministry of Oil and Environment and the Supreme Council for Environment. The Minister stressed Bahrain's keenness to adopt and launch initiatives aimed at preserving environmental resources, noting that the National Tree Week comes to enhance these initiatives in line with the afforestation plan that aims to double the number of trees in the kingdom. He added that the launch of the National Tree Week is an incentive to promote this social responsibility and enhance the culture of environmental security in society by adopting environmentally friendly practices and spreading green spaces. In support of the National Action Plan for Achieving Carbon Neutrality, announced by His Majesty the King, and under the initiative of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, the National Tree Week has been established for the third week of October each year. The Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Amna bint Ahmed Al-Rumehi, participated in planting 100 trees in 4 housing cities: Salman Housing City, Khalifa Housing City, Al-Hid Housing City, and Sitra Housing City. The Minister highlighted that the National Tree Week initiative supports Bahrain's afforestation goals, which aim to plant 3.6 million trees by 2035 and increase green spaces across the kingdom to meet environmental objectives. She affirmed the Ministry's commitment to enhancing green areas in its housing projects. Minister Al-Rumehi also said that the Ministry's efforts to green its housing initiatives began with a project in Al-Hid Housing City and extended to Sitra Housing City, where residents were provided with plantlets to encourage gardening within their homes. She commended the partnership with the private sector and community initiatives, underscoring the support for afforestation projects throughout the kingdom, including in Bahrain's housing cities. Deputy President of the Bahrain Olympic Committee, the BOC, His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Ali Al Khalifa, expressed his deep gratitude and appreciation to His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa and His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Al Khalifa for the support in hosting various sporting events held in the kingdom. This came during the press conference held to unveil details of the 3x3 Basketball World Tour, which is taking place in November the 1st and 2nd at Bahrain Harbour. The conference was attended by the Minister of Tourism, Fatima bint Jafar Al-Sarafi, Head of 3x3 events at the International Basketball Federation, Ignacio Soriano, and President of the Bahrain Basketball Federation, Ala Madara. His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Ali praised the sponsorship of the World Tour by His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad, as well as the efforts of the Ministry of Tourism, the Bahrain Basketball Federation, government entities, sponsoring companies and the organising committees. He expressed pride in the partnership between the Olympic Committee and the Basketball Federation with the International Basketball Federation, which has resulted in hosting the event for the second consecutive year. His Highness affirmed that Bahrain's right to host the event for 3 years is a clear indication of confidence in the Kingdom's capabilities for outstanding organisation, as demonstrated by the first edition, which witnessed great success in terms of attendance, media coverage and strong competition, emphasising the preparedness of the organising committee to host the event in the best possible manner.
We are honored to be here in the Kingdom of Bahrain. To be honest, this is the second year that we are here. We are having high expectation for what is going to come tomorrow and past tomorrow. This year we have a very strong local team, which is Team Rifah from Bahrain. They come here by winning a master, I think it was 1 month ago, so I would say they are in the top contenders to take the championship home. And obviously what we are seeing tomorrow and past tomorrow is going to be the top basketball scenario in the world. No? The 3x3 World Tour is the top event in the basketball competition pyramid. And what we're seeing here is not only best basketball, but also the best athletes in the world. We're going to have here the silver and the bronze medalists from the recently concluded Paris 2024 Olympics. So we're excited. We're excited, and we would like to congratulate not only His Highness Sheikh Isa, but also the Basketball Federation and the Ministry of Tourism, no? Because I think we have developed a joint strategy to promote Bahrain as a tourism destination. And I think we're getting there. No? We have metrics that can prove that we're growing every year. We are very strong in social media, and the kingdom is being promoted for 1 month now, and we're doing special features about the kingdom, showcasing worldwide what has the kingdom to offer.
Minister of Industry and Commerce, Chairman of the National Committee for Standards and Specifications, a member of the Ministerial Committee for Standards of Gulf Cooperation Council, the GCC, Abdullah bin Adel Fakhro, headed the Bahraini delegation participating in the 8th meeting of the GCC Ministerial Committee for Standards, held in Qatar. Fakhro emphasised the importance of enhancing partnerships with standardisation bodies in the GCC countries, which facilitate sustained cooperation and integration among the brotherly nations. The meeting was attended by Secretary-General of the GCC, Jazim Mohammed Al-Badawi, along with the esteemed ministers and heads of delegations from the member states of the Ministerial Committee for Standards. The Minister of Industry and Commerce, Abdullah Fakhro, chaired Bahrain's delegation participating in the 67th meeting of the Trade Cooperation Committee, hosted by Qatar, with the participation of Ministers of Commerce of the GCC countries and GCC Secretary-General, Jazim Al-Badawi. The Minister affirmed that Bahrain supports integration, cooperation and coordination with the GCC countries in various fields. The topics on the agenda were discussed, including those related to the Unified Mandatory Legislative Framework for Electronic and Digital Commerce, developments in the commercial laws of the Council countries, and the participation of the Council countries in both Gulf and international events, in addition to a briefing on the work of the committees affiliated with the Trade Cooperation Committee. Minister of Industry and Commerce Abdullah bin Adel Fakhro headed the Bahraini delegation participating in the 53rd Industrial Cooperation Committee meeting of the GCC held in Doha, in the presence of the Secretary-General of the GCC, Jazim Mohammed Al-Badawi, along with GCC Ministers of Industry. Fakhro affirmed Bahrain's commitment to continue cooperation and coordination efforts and exchange of expertise and knowledge to enhance and support economic work within the GCC. He emphasised the importance of the industrial sector, which is based on advanced technology, innovation and the techniques of the fourth industrial revolution. He also noted the GCC's focus on strengthening this cooperation and prioritising it in the upcoming joint work. Several topics of mutual interest focused on elevating the industrial sector in the GCC member states were also discussed. The Secretary-General of the Supreme Council for Youth and Sports, Ahmed bin Tawfiq Al-Muayyad, and the Minister of Youth Affairs, Rawan bin Najib Tawfiqi, participated in a number of trees in Seif District Park in support of the initiatives of the National Action Plan to achieve carbon neutrality, announced by His Majesty the King and within the framework of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister's launch of Tree Week. Tree Week comes to enhance the results of afforestation plan, which aims to double the number of trees to 3.6 million trees by 2035, in line with the Kingdom of Bahrain's commitments to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. The second Deputy Speaker of the Shura Council, Dr. Jihad Al-Fadl, participated remotely in the regional forum on accelerating the transformation of food systems in the Arab region, which was held over 2 days in the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan. In her speech during the forum, Al-Fadl stressed the importance of formulating and approving new legislation that contributes to the advancement of the agricultural, livestock and fisheries sectors and encourages the private sector to engage more in food security projects and invest the resources in a sustainable manner to raise the level of food security in the Kingdom of Bahrain. Al-Fadl called to adopt the launch of the International Year of Food Security in order to mobilise global efforts to intensify interest in all that enhances the strategic food stock in countries and to conclude successful and influential partnerships in the field of food security and systems. The Government Service Centre Evaluation Committee (TAQIM) launched the fifth cycle of the programme, which included field visits to 64 service centres belonging to 19 government entities participating in the evaluation process. In this regard, CEO of the Information and E-Government Authority, the IGA, and Chairman of the Government Service Centres Evaluation Committee, Mohammed Ali Al-Khaid, praised the efforts of the committee members to enhance the efficiency and effectiveness of government service centres in the Kingdom of Bahrain. He noted the commitment of the government entities to provide high-quality systems and services that enable citizens and various customers from different segments of society to access services easily, conveniently and with high quality, thus achieving the desired visions and aspirations. To continue striving to meet customer needs in a typical and distinctive manner, the Government Centres Evaluation Committee came in its fifth edition in partnership with the government agencies to keep pace with the latest developments in the field of developing direct-to-government channels. This committee concluded field visits to 64 service centres affiliated with 19 government agencies, participating in the evaluation process aimed at raising customer satisfaction levels regarding the services provided to improve the work of government service centres. In this context, the government departments are keen to provide high quality and efficient systems and services to citizens and various customers from different segments of society to obtain services with ease and convenience. These tireless efforts and what the TAQIM programme seeks to improve service centres serve one direction, which is to achieve the aspirations of the esteemed government and its aim of continuing to develop and improve government service centres. The Ministry of Health, in partnership with the Information and E-Government Authority, announced the start of the implementation of the third National Health Survey in Bahrain, which targets individuals aged 18 years and above in all governorates and includes a random sample of more than 4,000 households. This is part of efforts to enhance and provide an integrated database of health data in the Kingdom and support healthcare projects and development plans and policies. The survey mechanism includes telephoning randomly selected households to take consent beforehand. The Ministry of Health and the Information and E-Government Authority emphasised the importance of community families' participation and cooperation with field researchers to make the survey a success and support national efforts to enhance the health of Bahraini society and build a healthier future for all. The survey is an essential step in collecting data that reflects the health status of the population in the Kingdom of Bahrain. This is in addition to studying and identifying the health characteristics of Bahraini society, which allows building effective future strategies. The Director of Public Health, Dr. Mohammed Abdulmajid Al-Awadi, gave a statement to Bahrain International News, in which he explained the importance of the survey and its desired goals.
Hi and good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for allowing me to speak about the National Health Survey tonight. Obviously, the National Health Survey is carried out every 4 to 5 years in Bahrain, and it's usually a cooperation between Ministry of Health, the Information and E-Government Authority, and Primary Care. And it allows us to get realistic health data from the community of citizens and residents of Kingdom of Bahrain. It enables us to compare and identify the different health priority topics. And we have many objectives out of this National Health Survey. Mainly, it's providing comprehensive database on the health status of the population, strengthening the health information systems and guiding us towards setting health priorities for the Kingdom of Bahrain, and to contribute the development of future strategies in Bahrain as well, monitor health indicators related to the Sustainable Development Goals, and among many other objectives that are beneficial for Bahrain. The targeted group for this will be citizens and residents of 18 years and above, and they will represent all the governorates of Bahrain, and they will be allowed to participate and take an integral role in this. as they need to be reassured, obviously, that it will be through a secure system and all information will be confidential in this survey. And the information that will be collected is different. Some of them will be regarding the whole household, like the household roster, household consent, housing, and so forth. And a lot of it will be individual as well, like disabilities, like antimicrobial resistance, like chronic conditions, and reproductive health, quality of life, and so forth. So I'm very excited for this, and I hope a lot of people are excited for the National Health Survey. It will really allow us as Ministry of Health and other health entities to set our priorities and get real life data to allow us to have our prioritization plans and strategies for the health sector in Bahrain. So thank you so much for allowing me tonight to speak about this, and hope you have a good evening.
The Director General of Bahrain International Air Show, Yusuf Mahmoud, affirmed that the 7th edition of the Bahrain International Air Show for the year 2024 will witness wide participation and a remarkable presence at the regional and international levels. In a meeting with journalists and representatives of various media outlets, the Director General of the Bahrain International Air Show said that since the launch of its first edition in 2010, the exhibition has been an exceptional and unique event in the region and the world, due to its continuous success in attracting the largest international companies in the aviation sector. He added that the exhibition is organised in cooperation with the Ministry of Transportation and Telecommunications, the Royal Bahraini Air Force, and the British company Farnborough International United, a leading company in organising international air shows. This year's edition of the exhibition will also witness the use of a new identity, as the logo reflects the vision of developing partnerships, driving innovation and facilitating international trade. The Crown Prince of the State of Kuwait, His Highness Sheikh Sabah Al Khalid Al Hamad Al Mubarak Al Sabah, received Oman's Foreign Minister Syed Badr Al Busaidi at Bayam Palace as part of the minister's official visit to Kuwait. The meeting discussed ways to encourage cooperation between Oman and Kuwait to serve their mutual interests, affirming a commitment to expanding cooperation in line with the aspirations of the two nations. The discussions also included an exchange of views on regional and international issues of mutual interest. Oman and Kuwait underscored their agreement on the need to bolster regional and international cooperation to establish security and peace in the region. The 10th session of the Oman-Kuwait Joint Committee was held at the headquarters of Kuwait's Foreign Ministry. The two sides reviewed all the vital and important areas of cooperation between the two countries in various fields of cooperation. They also discussed ways to enhance the close relations between the two countries and take them to new horizons of close integration at all levels. The work of the committee culminated in the signing of 9 memoranda of understanding and executive programmes to support and contribute to opening wider horizons for close cooperation and reflecting the determination to develop close partnerships in various fields. The first meeting of the international effort to implement a two-state solution to the Palestinian-Israeli conflict concluded in the Saudi capital, Riyadh. During its speech, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia stressed the importance of the meeting, which is held in light of the suffering of the Palestinian people due to the continuation of the conflict. Saudi Arabia also called on the international community, especially the permanent members of the UN Security Council, to use their powers to maintain peace and security and urgently allow the entry of humanitarian aid without restriction or condition. 2 United Nations agencies, FAO and WFP, have warned in a report that acute food insecurity is expected to worsen in 22 countries due to multiple escalating factors. The report draws attention to famine in the Zamzam camp in North Darfur and famine risk in other areas of Sudan, the enduring risk of famine in Palestine and Gaza, and the catastrophic levels of acute food insecurity in Haiti, Mali and South Sudan. It warns that without immediate humanitarian action and concerted efforts to overcome severe access constraints and resolve ongoing conflicts, further starvation and death are likely. The report calls for urgent humanitarian action to save lives and livelihoods and prevent starvation and death in hotspots where acute hunger is at high risk of worsening between November 2024 and May 2025. And before we end the bulletin, let's take a look at the latest cultural news in the following report.
The 33rd edition of the Bahrain International Music Festival, which kicked off at the beginning of October, brought together a mix of original and contemporary music in a unique musical journey that spanned several weeks. The chairman of the Bahrain Authority for Culture and Antiquities, Sheikh Khalifa bin Ahmed bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, said that the festival reflects the kingdom's vision of investing in culture as a means of building bridges of communication and understanding, and emphasizing the role of art in promoting coexistence and peace among peoples. After a unique musical journey, the 33rd edition of the festival attracted music fans from across the kingdom and beyond in a magical artistic atmosphere. The annual event, one of the most important music festivals in the region, seeks to promote musical and cultural heritage through a distinctive artistic diversity that combines Arabic and international music. This edition of the festival was characterized by a diverse schedule of events that offered rich musical experiences from various musical genres, as well as musical performances that were described as original and contemporary. Bahrain's theaters and other cultural venues also witnessed a large audience attendance as music lovers gathered to enjoy performances from top artists and creators from around the world. The Bahrain International Music Festival is part of the kingdom's ongoing efforts to support arts and culture in order to reinforce Bahrain's position as a regional cultural center and a preferred destination.